I have a dream. These 4 words ignited a movement and changed the course of history. But what was the journey of the man who spoke them? Who was Martin Luther King Jr., and why does his message still resonate today? Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. He grew up in a deeply religious household, the son and grandson of Baptist preachers. From a young age, King witnessed the harsh realities of segregation and racial injustice. At just 15 years old, he entered Morehouse College, where he was mentored by Dr. Benjamin Mays, a theologian and civil rights activist. It was there that he realized the power of faith in the fight for justice. After Morehouse, King studied at Crozer Theological Seminary and later earned a doctorate from Boston University. It was in Boston where he met Coretta Scott, a gifted singer and activist. The two married in 1953, forming a partnership that would help shape the civil rights movement. In 1954, at just 25 years old, Dr. King became the pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. He had no idea that within a year, he would be leading one of the most pivotal moments in American history. December 1st, 1955. Rosa Parks refuses to give up her seat on a segregated bus. Her arrest sparks outrage, and the Montgomery Bus Boycott is born. Dr. King, a young minister, is chosen to lead the movement. He calls for nonviolent resistance, inspired by the teachings of Jesus and Mahatma Gandhi. For 381 days, Black citizens of Montgomery walked instead of taking the bus. They faced threats, violence, and even the bombing of King's home, but they stood firm. In December 1956, the Supreme Court ruled that bus segregation was unconstitutional. It was a historic victory, proving that peaceful protest could spark real change. The Montgomery victory was just the beginning. Across the South, students led sit-ins at segregated lunch counters. Freedom riders risked their lives traveling on buses to challenge Jim Crow laws. Dr. King became the voice of the movement, founding the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, to push for justice through nonviolence. He faced arrests, attacks, and opposition from all sides, but he never backed down. On August 28, 1963, over 250,000 people gathered in Washington, D.C. in one of the largest demonstrations for civil rights in history. And then, standing before the Lincoln Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a speech that would echo for generations.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. Yes. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope.
His words painted a vision of an America where people were judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. The speech was more than just words. It was a call to action. The fight for civil rights was far from over. In 1964, after years of protests, marches, and bloodshed, the Civil Rights Act was signed into law, outlawing segregation. But voting rights remained a major battle. In Selma, Alabama, peaceful marchers were met with brutal violence on Bloody Sunday. Yet Dr. King and the marchers refused to give up. Their efforts led to the Voting Rights Act of 1965, ensuring Black citizens had the right to vote. Despite his victories, Dr. King faced increasing opposition. He expanded his message to fight poverty and the Vietnam War, calling for unity beyond race. On April 3, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee, he delivered a haunting speech.
We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
The next day, on April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. He was just 39 years old. Although his time on this earth was cut short, the power of his dream endured. The vision he fought for did not fade. Instead, it took root in the hearts and minds of those who came after him. His unwavering dedication to justice and equality became the foundation upon which future generations would stand. Today, his legacy continues to inspire, fueling the ongoing pursuit of fairness, dignity, and unity for all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful stories of history's greatest trailblazers. Together we can keep their legacy alive.